Hi everyone, welcome to Africa Noticing. Amazing. A man ride bike from London to Lagos State, Nigeria. So amazing. This is my first time seeing a man who ride a bike from Europe to Africa. It's not that easy. Oh. He's here to share his experience. According to him, he said a lot
So,
of animals. He almost died in the desert. And the sun over there is so hot. Just like you are close to the sun. Yeah, subscribe and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, like my Facebook page. You can follow me on Twitter, Big as well. At Africa Latest in this. So you can get more later. My question is it really true? Because to ride bike in the desert is not that easy. Even some people who use car, it's hard for them. There is some point where the attire, they will reduce it. I mean the air on it. They will reduce the air. Because if they are driving, you get to play where the tire sick. When they
because
reduce the
science,
air, so the
a
car can move
surprise.
well properly. Yeah, so this
How
market,
can someone ride a
this
bike
market
from Europe
differ.
to
A
Africa?
bike, how can a bike, maybe, is it really the real desert it went through? Because on in a desert there is so many rock, sand, mountain and other. How can a man ride bike and survive it? Let's hear from you. Subscribe, please.
I'm an adventurer, I'm an author, I'm an entrepreneur, and I also do a lot of motivational speaking. So riding from London down to Lagos took me a total of about 12,000 kilos. And I can tell you, okay, well in Europe, I did 3,100 kilos from London to the boundary of Europe, that's Algeciras in Spain. Then I did the other 9,000 kilos in Africa. And I can tell you, every inch of that 12,000 kilos was fraught with challenges, difficult challenges. You know, from Europe, I had to cope with sub-zero temperatures. You know, I have to cope with strong winds. Some places I had to cope with what they call the black ice, which made the road very slippery. So it's been quite challenging. Then coming into Africa, I had to cope with the Sahara. In fact, there were situations that were life-threatening that happened. I'll give you one example. I had sandstorm on the Sahara. I actually experienced three sandstorm. The sandstorm was so bad that I can't stand. If I stand, the wind was lifting me up, trying to lift me up. And the wind was trying to lift the bike up too. So I had to lie the bike on the sand, and me myself also lie on the sand, tuck my head under the sand, waiting for the storm to pass. And you know, the storm lasted an hour, 40 minutes. Now, I couldn't get up. Remember that the sand of the Sahara was like 42 degrees hot. So I was lying face down, the whole of my body down on the heat. It was burning my body like scorching heat. You know what it is like? But I couldn't stand because standing up is a bigger evil. It's a bigger danger rather, sorry. So I had to endure. It was painful. I think I remember tears was coming down my eyes, but it's not part of it. I can't expect not to ride 12,000 kilometers and not go through pain. That's not life. I know there will be pain, it will be painful. But it's part of the experience, it's part of the story. What makes the story richer? The most critical one was when I actually lost not just a flat tire, but actually the rim was cracked. You know, the rim got broken and there was nothing I could do. And that was in Mali. I just left the Malian border, that's Diboli. I was heading to Kai, which was 90 kilos away. And it was in the night, you know. So the road wasn't too good. A truck that was avoiding a pothole on his own lane veered into my lane. And in me trying to avoid impacting the truck, you know, I swerved away, then I ran into a ditch. Then I lost the rear wheel. So it was in the night, you know, like about 8:39 p.m. And the area there around there was a park where you have lions, you have hyena, you have cheetah. So it was a really trying moment for me. You know, stranded. If you are moving, it's okay, it's dangerous. But when you're a sitting duck, you're not moving, you're just sitting there. It's even much more dangerous. So I just had to ask myself, you know, my survival instinct kicks in, which is okay, whatever it is, I need to put height between myself and whatever animal that wants to come. So the next thing is to run and climb a tree, you know, try to just put height. And as I was climbing this tree, then I saw a ray of light far off, like about 400 meters away. So I ran there. Then I ran to that village. Then when I got there at the village, I saw it's a hamlet of 3 small houses. So I saw them there, and I narrated what happened. I had to use sign language because they speak French and a local dialect, and I don't speak French. And these people helped me. They went with me. We recovered the bike. They gave me water. They made me calm down. They made me, they didn't leave me alone. So on the way to recovering the bike, I got a network. Then I had to call my interpreter, that was 30 kilometers back. So he brought a car and came to rescue me from the scene of the incident. But it was a very traumatic experience for me. It was one of the experiences that really shook me to bone. Because I got stranded in a place where there are wild animals around there, and I couldn't move. I was well received in almost all the countries in Africa. Now, if you ask me, which of the African country do I think I like the most? I would be tempted to say Mali, but I would say Côte d'Ivoire. And why I would say Côte d'Ivoire is, being honest, because Zainab was there. So if you look at the wave, right, the tailwind, this move has actually garnered. I can say yes, I've achieved being able to spread. There's so much awareness about polio now, not even in Nigeria, around the world. And you actually know, even yesterday, Bill Gates, one of the richest men in the world, actually commended me for that. And the CEO of Twitter, that was 2 weeks ago, commended me also for the same thing. So that tells you it's not just Nigeria, it's all over around the world. So we've been able to, generate a lot of tailwinds about communicating about polio, eradication of polio in Africa. A lot of people are more aware. And the good thing about this is when people get to be aware of things like this, it raises the level of vaccine acceptance. And when people have acceptance for the vaccine, they take the vaccine. That's a very sure way to eradicate polio, because if you look at COVID, some months back, most governments around the world, well, in Africa, were destroying their COVID vaccine because they got expired. And they got expired because people were not taking it. There was vaccine hesitancy. So if we get all the vaccine for polio and people are not taking it, it's ineffective. So first, we need to make sure that we raise that level of acceptance. And that exactly is what London to Lagos has done. The level of acceptance has been heightened to a new height never experienced even in the history of the polio.